In this video, we're going to be using EFT tapping to help work through the grief of a lost pet. And I'm sorry if you're going through this. And this process can be relevant whether it's a very recent loss or a loss that happened quite some time ago, because as human beings, we're able to sort of suppress grieving for an amazingly long amount of time and not give it the chance to actually properly process through the system. So EFT can be a great tool to help those emotions, move through the body and the system and properly be released. So in the setup statement, I'm just going to be saying, like, I miss them, for example, but if you use the name of the pet, that can often be more effective. So let's start here on the side of the hand. Even though I really miss them, I choose to love and accept myself anyway. Even though I really miss them, I love and honor myself and what I'm feeling. Even though I really miss them, it's very difficult to imagine not having them here. It's very challenging to not have their physical presence, to not see them anymore, to feel that connection, that love, even that bond that many people might not understand. And even though I really miss them, and I'm grieving here, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself, them, and everything I'm feeling. Now through the points. I really miss them. I really miss them. It's very difficult knowing they won't be here. It's very difficult to accept that their physical presence won't be here anymore. It really meant a lot to me to be able to see them, the way they reacted when I came home, the way they responded to me, even if it wasn't always super warm, whatever it might have been, there was a connection there. They played a really important part in my life, maybe my well-being. There's just something unique about them. And maybe not everyone understands. Yeah, they weren't a human being, but there were some pretty unique qualities. There was a certain kind of connection that was unique because they weren't a human being. A different way of communicating, a different way of interacting, a different way of connecting. And it's very challenging for me to think about them not being here. And some parts of that are very painful. And it might feel counterintuitive, but it can be very helpful for me to honor that feeling of sadness, of grief and loss, that feeling of pain that comes from knowing I won't see them, at least in physical form. But as best I can, I want to allow that feeling to be here, to not fight it, not resist even my own reactions to that feeling. Whether that brings up tears, or anything else. I'm giving myself time and space to really express that, because it is a loss. I can't pretend that it's not a big deal. And I might try to be strong, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's important to let these emotions process through. And the more they do, the more I acknowledge that I did love them, that I will miss their presence. Even the parts that sometimes might have been a little annoying, we're cleaning up after them. I might even miss some of that. And as I let myself feel that, that's where I can begin to feel into that deep appreciation. That appreciation for the fact that I did have that time with them. That I did get to experience that at all. And they can continue to exist in my memory and my own type of connection. And the more this grief processes, the more I can feel that connection, that non-physical connection, that memory, and feel the appreciation of that. And so I'm not rushing it, giving myself whatever time, whatever support that I need for this, and allowing myself to appreciate everything that was, and even appreciating my own process, so I can focus in due time on the appreciation, on the connection, and on the gratitude for who they were and are. Okay, take a deep breath. And working with something like grief, maybe not something you gauge in some of the other processes where you say, okay, I feel less. You might be feeling more emotion as you go through a process like that. So it's not to judge it. Like, of course, you might still feel sad. Of course, there might still be things to process through. But if you're feeling more emotion at all, if you're feeling like some greater connection and ability to either to connect to them or just what's going on inside you, then I think this will be a valuable process, and a valuable process to repeat as much as is necessary for you. So feel free to reach out if you need any support, or let me know in the comments if this was helpful or any other ways we can support this. And I look forward to tapping with you or talking with you on the next video. Take care.